Less than a century ago, malaria was rampant in America. Thousands suffered its fevers and chills every year. But by the 1940s, malaria had been virtually eliminated from the United States by draining swamps, screening windows, and spraying insecticides. This remarkable achievement was inspired in large part by the efforts of an American doctor named Fred Soper. Soper became a legend in Brazil, where he'd led a campaign against yellow fever in the 1930s. It was so successful, the Brazilian government asked him to take on the more difficult problem of malaria. Soper was not focused on treating malaria victims. His target was the particular mosquito that spread the disease most rapidly.
The Anopheles gambi.
Soper declares war on the Anopheles with only one goal: total eradication.
There's no such thing as partial success in species eradication. One either achieves glorious success or dismal failure.
Soper mounts a military-style campaign, dividing the country into sectors and attacking them one after the other, fumigating homes, draining swamps, and poisoning every mosquito breeding site they can find. And it works. By 1940, he had eliminated the Anopheles gambi from Brazil and reduced malaria deaths considerably. He was so successful, many believed malaria could be controlled in other countries as well. With Fred Soper leading the way, 55 nations signed up for the Global Malaria Eradication Program in 1948. Their goal? To wipe malaria from the face of the earth by using the most powerful weapon to date, a chemical spray called DDT.
DDT revolutionized vector control. Because it was so cheap, you could apply vector control into whole countries.
The initial results were dramatic. Malaria was either sharply curtailed or eliminated from nearly 40 countries. But just as Soper and his colleagues were on the cusp of victory, the campaign stalled. The enemy proved to be more resilient than anyone had imagined.
Mosquitoes are tough buggers. Nobody had recognized just how quickly mosquitoes would develop resistance to DDT. And secondly, no one had anticipated that DDT would have some very significant environmental impacts that people would start to agitate against.
Commercial farmers had been quick to jump on the DDT bandwagon because it easily killed crop-destroying insects. But it killed other creatures as well, and was harmful to the environment. In 1972, DDT was widely banned, and the Global Malaria Eradication Program collapsed. Sadly, they never even reached Africa, where the disease was spreading fast. Today, more people die of malaria than ever before.
Malaria is off the radar screen. It doesn't get the support, doesn't get the funding, doesn't get the attention that it deserves, even if it is one of the key factors holding back Africa's development today.